That's a bunny.
Okay.
Oh.
We all loaded onto the cart. We're about to travel away from the inn. You're loaded on the cart, just so you're aware.
I love how you probably like picked him up, dragged him into the car, and then he woke up.
I just moved the potted plant, so the plant is also on the cart.
Potted plant? Question mark? I'm confused.
From the inn.
I'm
Well,
still
now it's
confused.
There was a potted plant, okay, and the point is the farmer likes the potted plant, so yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, I rolled the geography. I'm trying to figure out if I know anything around here. We could head to the goblins.
Yeah, but there should be some other towns down the major roads somewhere.
Does Cartella know?
No, Cartella does not know. He just wants to go on an adventure. He loves adventure,
Okay.
but
So
he's a
I'm going to say we head opposite where we came from fighting the giant monster and finding the farmer.
I say we find the closest city.
you're in the closest city.
Is in
So-
major city.
You really should have thought about that one.
I think we should move this way. Like
This
over
way?
here.
You can farm later. There's things to do.
I put myself back. Boop boop.
Why would you farm when you could farm other stuff? Exactly, farm corpses.
So I think we should head this way.
Heading
As-
to the east. Boogity 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 boogity.
Because last time we headed west, we wound up
Go
fighting.
west.
So we're gonna head west. Because that's what my instincts say.
Will be considered deodorant.
I'm a cat.
Follow the instincts. But doesn't that smell? Okay, onwards to the west.
I mean, it can't be any worse than dead bodies.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Oh, you poor misguided soul.
I once had a D&D game where we had to fight balloon animals. Don't tempt the GM. Just saying.
I was considering putting you guys into like a Cookie Candyland universe, so you know.
Yeah, no, we wound up in a portal and we wound up fighting balloon animals until we wound up in the Orient. There's a weird time dimension portal thing where the balloon animals were in there. And yeah, we
As in the
started
train?
attacking them, but our attacks kept on bouncing off of them because they're giant balloons.
This is why you need pointy weapons so you can pop them.
Or
We did have
fire.
pointy weapons, but they were giant balloon animals, which means they were really super
Thick.
huge.
You needed sharper pointy weapons.
You know what they
Our-
need? You know what they need? They need people to not tell them how to play their game.
We tried, but being that we were so small in comparison, you know how like you see those guys stick a needle into the balloon and it goes in deep to a certain point? Like we would suffocate ourselves before we got to that point to pop it. That's how big they were. So
So they were like house-sized balloon animals.
they were like 3 stories.
I mean, couldn't you
Whoa.
just waited a few days for them to deflate?
We were stuck in a time warp thing. We were gonna die before that happened.
I'm gonna try that next time somebody's DMing.
Or maybe you could just like bluff them and make them mount or something.
No, we are not having balloon animals in this campaign. It's blood for the blood god. That is the theme. Sure, if you can find blue seeds, you can farm blue.
I think
Blood. No, you can't farm blood. Blood for the blood god.
I mean,
Well,
it's already all
blood
gone
for that
from
guy.
this town, hasn't it?
that's what the blood god does, essentially, is what he's saying. Blood is for the blood god.
You can't do that. We don't give blood to the blood god. There's literally a dead character telling you why you don't. Because it ends in tragedies.
Reasons.
Big ones. I gave a reason. It ends in tragedy every damn time.
Exactly. Reasons.
Poor decisions, self-disciplined.
Air.
And the potted plant I keep on the cart now.
I suppose you could like plait some hair together and farm rope. Yeah, by plaiting your hair together, you make like a really weird twine.
Well, actually, if he keeps brushing the cat, couldn't he make cat rope?
You could make cat rope. There's nothing. Oh.
You're collecting my sheddings. Yes, you're maintaining the animal. Cat hair.
The
You get my-
DM's concern.
Come on, floof.
Sure, you can have a whole bunch of fucking cat hair.
Floof.
It's really thick and wiry, you know. It's super uncomfortable to look at. Like, if you made this stuff into a rope, it would cut your hands.
Floof.
It's not floof. It's like the opposite of floof. It's like fucking steel wool but grown. Oh. Everybody else is gonna suffer miserably except this guy.
Well, if he uses like softeners on it or like washes it, it should be fine.
Nonsense. Roll me a nat 20 and you can make a normal rope out of cat hair.
I've actually made rope that my friend has used to climb from the second story to the third story using scrap yarn pieces.
And it's a 5. This rope is hideous.
You just need more practice.
This rope has more utility as a torture tool than a weapon than a
So he made a
climbing.
torture device.
Pretty much. Just lacks a handle.
I mean, surely you could just rub it on things and there you go. Boom.
Yeah, they'll give them mad hives. Speaking of hives,
Into the bees. What?
Oh, my anti-theft system.
yes, your anti-theft system. Okay, so you're rolling along the road. The cart is singing on the road again. It's getting really late at night. All the bugs stopped annoying you. Like, not the ones you own, but the other ones.
I just imagine that being played as you drive, as the cart goes along.
How do you intend to fill the long hours before dawn on this boring ass cart ride? You know, you don't get to farm your own cart.
I intend to write stuff down.
Do I see anything?
You see darkness?
Come on, I
You're a
rolled a
cat. You
23.
have night vision. There's
Yes.
nothing around here. It's just fucking. You're on the cart. You're rolling forward.
Are we like going through like wheat fields or?
No, it's creepy forest now. This town was surrounded by creepy forest, not wheat fields. Because blood. No. These are all like really boring ass fucking trees.
So we're like in the middle of the forest and we've hit that pine forest area.
Yeah, it's like nothing fun. Nothing fun is here.
We're not stopping the cart.
Why would we find pine cones?
You don't see this. You don't see this. You're a human.
Too dark.
Too dang.
I'm a human too, so I don't get to see anything out the window.
We don't have
Yep,
that
you
card anymore.
Oh,
That
no
went with your other
windows.
character.
no windows. This is just an open cart that's
Okay,
magically rolling itself along.
I'm try and stay like. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna get a little diary out. I'm gonna write in it.
Sure, can you roll me a dex check to see if you're able to write in the dark?
I'm sure I'll be fine.
I think you just ruined a page, but okay. Yeah, you know what? Never mind. Your handwriting's really messy, but it's definitely writing.
It's there. It's not the best writing, but it's readable.
Grobar, you have dark vision, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, there is nothing of particular note around here for Grobar.
But is there somebody using paper near Grobar?
Indeed, there is.
And have I
Never said it was
noticed that?
paper. I never said
I
it
don't
was
know.
paper. I said it was a diary. I never said what the diary was made of.
It's a book, and Grobar
doesn't-
jumps to conclusions.
It's made of skin, but still.
You're writing in the fucking Necronomicon. What kind of ink are you using?
Um.
Can't use that because blood's for the blood god.
No, I'm just gonna use like this really dark fucking like thick ink. Stuff that like works well on flesh.
But the question is,
Like-
how did you make it?
I already had it,
Are you tattooing the book while we're writing? Have you-
basically.
Okay. Grobar can definitely notice a book.
Nah, the point's been lost. Fuck it.
Okay. Grobar shows no interest in the book. So, rolling through this dinky little forest here. Nothing happens. The dawn's starting to come up, lights getting brighter. Looks good.
Okie doke.
You're all really, really hungry. That's not how farming works. It takes time and effort to grow things. It just doesn't like fall off the fucking trees. That would be foraging skills. That would be a survival check, not farming. Roll survival to find some berries.
Are we stopping, I guess?
I mean, it's dawn. You can see everything. The forest is a lot less thick than it used to be. Giggity.
Yeah, but he's gonna just like jump from the moving cart.
Yes, directly into a tree branch, which is then going to flip around and land on the ground face first. No, I was just going to skip all that and go straight to he finds some berries. So Belka is going to offer you all some berries he found.
He's not Belka.
Belka, fucking rear.
Crowbar
Fucking-
wants meat.
The dude this guy is. Grobar wants meat. I bet he does.
I'm gonna turn down the berries as I don't trust this dude.
Whoever is fucking. What are we doing?
I rolled for
Good
using
breeze.
Goodberry. Yes.
Yeah, so you create. I think it's.
No, it says add 2d4 berries that heal. So I have to roll, right? A 2.
Yeah, roll 2d4. Whoever decides to put blood gods on my fucking blood god shit, get them off the blood god shit. It's not what it's for. I feel like I'm in a fucking Zelda game. Let me just draw on the map. You get 5 good brews. 6 good brews. 5 good brews. Yes, 5 good brews.
You deleted the cart.
It exists.
Okay.
I'm the DM. I think, therefore I am, and the card exists, therefore it exists.
So I summon good berries and I eat one of my good berries. And I offer my good berry to Yvette.
I question. How did you do this?
No,
Where
it's
did
new
they come
materials. You
from?
summon them from the Aether.
Like, where did they come from?
Fucking druid bullshit, okay? Come on.
I'm like, okay,
I magically pulled them out of a pocket.
okay. I gladly accept them.
You get one good
No.
bray.
One
Okay,
good berry.
I gladly accept it and eat it.
Excellent. Briar has eaten normal berries, I assume. Gorba, what are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can't get some meat.
Okay. Roll me a survival check to find game. No, you're farming. Berries.
Apparently we're passing like an orchard, and you're just like grabbing shit off the tree as it
Okay,
passes.
Grobar, you have successfully located a small boar.
Okay.
Rare, your rabid efforts at farming have set fire to the food you were eating. Grovar,
Yes.
how do you intend to catch this boar?
Magic missile.
Roll strength. Please crit. Okay, so your first magic missile bounces off its head, confusing it greatly. You have time for a second shot.
Okay.
Oh. Your second magic missile also bounces off its head. It's now had the thought that it's time to run away. You get one final shot.
Do I understand he's doing this?
He wandered off into the forest to do it. Oh,
But we're in
orchid.
a moving cart. Or did we
Fuck
stop?
it. I'm just gonna fucking grapple the damn boar.
Roll strength.
I guess.
Okay,
cart
so
is
as the
stopping
boar
for-
thinks that it's gonna run away, Grovar preps himself to run and crash tackles this thing with the force of a small horse. It's killed on impact.
Good meat.
You just like Superman to this thing out of nowhere.
I'm assuming the cart stops for his antics.
Yeah,
yes?
we've stopped for a little bit to get some noms. It's a rest stop. The rest of you hear a loud crashing as Grovar smashes through the underbrush holding his ball.
I found meat.
Yes, actually, you do. That is something I would consider in farming. Just use a farming profession to gut and clean the ball.
Before he does that, can I just tear off a leg?
No.
Sure. Which leg do you want?
Front left?
Front left? It's not a very big leg. The back leg would be a better choice, but okay. Front left it is. Crowbar will grab the leg and pull. You did roll a natural 20, so when Grobar has finished mutilating this thing, you may clean it. Grobar, you have a bloody piece of leg in your arm. It
Okay.
looks tasty. You're an orc.
Yep, I'ma eat it.
Oh dear God. Okay. Bruh, you may now prepare the pig for everyone else's consumption. How do you wish to prepare it?
Some fava beans? Question mark.
I guess we're stopping, setting up a camp for a little bit.
I suppose we are.
Elf boy.
I don't know who I still have on this page, though, so bear with me.
I think you have everybody. Whoa, not what I meant to do.
Wasn't this
Ah,
the camp I packed up and put on this?
yes.
You know what? It's not, because that's a separate page.
Well, we have all the tents. Can we set the tents back up? We're obviously going to spend the night here because we've been rolling for a bit, haven't we?
We have, yes. I will actually have to go find the tents.
Sorry.
Where did I lose?
Damn.
Oh, here they are. Found them! No, that's not the one I want. Hang on.
Why not?
You have like 4 or 5 tents, don't you? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
3 tents.
enough for everybody.
Why is this tent so tiny?
There it is.
I think it was a little bigger than that. There we go.
There you go.
Why am I doing this? Is it the token line? No, that's good.
We can do 2 per tent.
Only if it's the past tense. You're an
Where-
idiot.
Where am I?
I don't know. Where did I leave you? I don't know why there are goblins here either. But...
I'm trying to do that, but it's just opening my character screen. I'm trying to, but it's not. There we go. I know there's
I'm gonna-
2 of me.
Instantly duplicated. Magic missile.
I'm gonna
There
wander
it
off and look for trouble
Why would you wander off to look for trouble?
because I'm bored.
You got the first watch. How about that? Yes, you can tend to the grass.
I look for trouble because I'm wanting to see what David can do.
He's a level 1 skeleton.
Exactly.
Let me just say that again in case the inflection didn't get through. He's a level 1 skeleton.
Exactly.
Exactly. He's a new necromancer and like literally doesn't know how shit works.
I mean, at this point, your skeleton would be greatly endangered by a small to medium dog.
I have one of those.
I don't
You
think
have a
so.
large dog.
I know, right?
Skeletons have like 9 health.
Yeah, but the dog can like bite onto its leg and like gnaw at it.
And
You
then a
cannot
skeleton
farm the
can
dog.
like hit it with a sword. Swat.
Does your skeleton have a sword? Have you gotten him one? Where did he get a sword?
I mean, assumedly, I would have found a sword in many parts of bodies.
No,
I mean, it might have been a rusted old sword, but still.
no.
Did nobody carry any weapons in this town?
They were all civilians.
Yeah, but people carried knives and shit in medieval periods.
Blood magic ruined them. They rusted to oblivion and died. Rust is the blood of
Magic didn't ruin
swords. I mean, There's a fundamental difference between the farming you're thinking of and the farming the Blood God does. Unless your character has some transcendent level wisdom, butchering sentient creatures for their blood is not farming.
All right. Can I take any feathers that have melted off my arrow and give it to the farmer? Or off my owl?
Owl, yes. I don't think owls drop the right kind of feathers, but sure.
I figured he'd make something out of them.
The should have some fucking feathers from the owl. The fuck is wrong with you people? You're going to build a fan out of owl feathers. Odds. Sure. Make a crafting roll. So the only sentence you can think of while making this item is that it is your biggest fan. It is several small feathers slot into the end of a 5-kilo log. Yeah.
What is a fan? Looks like bird wing.
It is, but with more wood.
Crowbar needs 2 much larger.
Too much what now?
Crowbar needs 2 much larger ones, so Crowbar can fly.
It's not how physics works.
Current thing, good for tail fan feather.
Another fan or another part of his insane flying machine? Okay, well, roll crafting to make another fan. You have just enough feathers. This isn't much better than the previous one, but it is a lot lighter.
I look at them both in their minuscule size and go, well, maybe constipated gnome could learn how to fly.
Maybe. This isn't the Looney Tunes.
I'm aware of that, but I'm Grobar, so who the fuck cares?
Physics does not. You're a
I'm going to
single-minded
thank
farmer.
the simple-minded farmer for his gifts.
I'm gonna pull out some bones from my bag and give it to the farmer.
Knuckle down, huh?
Gonna give him some bones for bone meal.
I mean,
Pretty
we
sure
just
that's not how real life works. But okay.
Gonna give him some bones. Might take him ages to make bone meal, but you know.
Well, he's a farmer. He should be used to the grind.
Also, don't question where I got these from.
I point at the currently cooking or cooked boar and go, eh?
I go, why not? Yeah, sure. Why not?
You have any idea how quickly that? Do you make bone meal? You make bone sand. Yeah. It's like bone meal, but thicker. Just roll a fucking craft check. Yeah, it's
Wow.
like sand, but thicker. Really, really thick fucking
Crumble.
rock sand. The point is, you should not be crafting.
Question is, why can you roll that? Wow.
Farm for the farm god. Go ahead, start a cult, I dare you. See how well it goes.
You're next.
You're not the farm god.
I mean, with an intelligence score like that, he thinks he is.
A plus 10 does not resurrect the dead.
Animate Dead resurrects them. Not very well, but it does it.
At least they don't betray you.
No, they could betray you.
What's the point?
They can betray you. Someone else can control them.
That's not them betraying you then, not of their own free will.
I guess that's true.
The undead are incredibly loyal servants, except in the face of a higher power. Okay. We ready to railroad some shit, boys?
Go, go, go.
Everyone down? You all
Mhm.
here?
You got it.
So, while your camp is resting, you can hear the thunder of approaching horses.
Who does?
Everyone. It's really loud. They're getting close.
I sit up quickly and look around.
So, Elf Boy, what are you doing during this?
Can I perceive that the
Everyone can
horse-
perceive the horses.
Okay. In which direction? Which direction are they coming from?
The direction you were traveling. Wow, such detail.
Um.
I'm gonna go stand beside the road.
You gonna stick your thumb out too?
Yes.
Why do I even bother?
I don't know. You make great suggestions. I don't know why people wouldn't listen to them.
Why are we knowledge naturing?
That one I have no idea.
Sorry, my
um,
headset cut out there for a second.
I'm gonna go stealth, just in case they are unfriendly.
I'm going to try to stealth, but I also want to know, is that natural horses?
Yes, no, these are living, alive horses that have a pulse and breathe.
Can I tell what type of horse from that knowledge nature check?
I don't know any types of horses, so I'm gonna
Are
go
they
with
Clydesdale,
no.
which is like the Budweiser horses, or are they like, your
Riding horses. There you go.
like your regular classic
Okay, look, these are war horses. They are built
Arabian?
and bred for combat.
Okay, so probably more an Arabian.
So Grobar and Belka are both hailing down the horses.
I mean, I'm just kind of.
Not Belka, fucking whatever this asshole's called, Bria. Bria the Makenog. Go get you some chickens, boy. Are both hailing down these horses as they are approaching. Dorvalor has dived into the bushes elfishly.
Of course.
I'm going to. I also tried to stealth myself.
We rolled an 11. It's not a nat 1, so I can't do anything horrible to you. God damn it. Yeah, you've hidden yourself behind a tree. It's not super stealthy, but it does conceal you from the road. So all this whole bunch of horses are going to pull up, and a large man in fucking plate armor is going to jump off one and walk towards you before drawing his weapon. State your business. Anyone else?
I'm gonna
Anyone?
quickly pipe in and be like, he didn't know.
I come out of stealth and ask what business is it of yours, what we're doing here?
The man points to a crest on his plate armor and says, "I'm with the city lord. If you know anything, you're gonna have to come with us."
Know
What
any-
business have
Grobar
you had
is an
here?
adventurer. Grobar has adventured.
know anything? Question.
I'm going to come out of hiding. Anything of what?
There's smoke rising over the hills. We've lost contact with the nearby town. We're
Oh,
here to
yeah,
investigate.
That thing burned ages ago.
The large man looks at you warily. Anyone want to try and dig him out of this one?
Nope, that's his own kettle of fish, ghost demon.
He's probably going to drag us all with it. I'm going
I'm
to
just
explain
gonna
that we
say-
just traveled through that town, and it is totally destroyed.
I'm gonna
Destroyed
let
by
us know
what?
it's too bright. This
We're
little
not
farm that we
sure.
have.
What? Yes, we are.
I'm gonna say to the god, this farmer dude isn't too bright. I wouldn't listen to everything he says.
And why should I trust your word, strange lady?
Because I'm a lot smarter than him. I know everything isn't farming.
Grobar will tell you the tale of everything we've been through thus far.
I'm going to go into my pack and pull out the amulet from the blood guards because I think I have 2 of them. Yes. From
Yes, but they are no longer magic.
that's fine. I'm going to
Okay.
go over and go tell them that we don't know exactly who, but we found this in the town. I'm going to.
You really need to stop talking.
I'm gonna like go over to him and try to like put my hand over his mouth before he says something really bad.
You know how suspicious that makes you look, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So Grobar will explain the entire story from the beginning.
Grobar, can I have you roll a diplomacy check?
Can I roll an intimidate instead?
No.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna need you to roll a one between a one. I'm gonna need you to roll a d20 to decide how well you tell this story.
Oh,
Diplomacy
it's
5.
not going to be good.
Yeah, now roll between a 1 and a 20 to decide exactly. An 18. Okay. Well, it's better than I was hoping for.
Vivid, horrific detail.
Horrific detail.
I want to hear what he says.
I'm pretty sure we're just gonna skip it and go. Grobar tells the horrifying tale of what you've been through so far, but he's trying to say it like a comedy, and it comes off as like a super fucking horrific thing.
That sounds about right, yeah. And then we encountered the murder blanket.
It was really red.
Grovar gave Murder Blanket many magic missiles that day.
So
It was glorious battle.
as Grovar finishes telling his story, one of the other men leans into the cabin and goes, "How long have we got to listen to this for?"
3 hours later.
Okay, so yeah, it's a tilt fest, and they are all really, really unhappy that you've delayed them this long. They don't let you near them because you are still strange and untrustworthy. So, fucking, what's his name again? Breer is gonna find himself pinned to the ground underneath two big ass guys because he's an idiot that tried to get close to the horses. The captain,
Fine.
after hearing Grobar's story, is like, "Right, you're all coming with me."
Whoa. I asked for the captain to come closer towards me. I'm gonna
Why?
roll a few diplomacy checks and see if I can't sort of show my crest and sort of see if I can't get us out of this situation.
So let's just recap real quick here. The captain's rocked up. He had to deal with the crazy delusional farmer.
Yes.
The shady looking fucking woman has like tried to mute the farmer like she's hiding something. The
Yeah.
best explanation has come from a half orc. It took 3 hours and didn't cover anything important. And there's a giant cat here with a metal lady. How
Mhm.
more suspicious do we want to be?
I'm going to try to convince them that, we're just travelers.
Fuck that. We got places to go and things to see. Out of
Yep.
the way.
I'm going to tell Crowbar to pack up the tent.
The man.
You can't talk right now because you're being. You have to fight your muter.
Baptist.
Yeah.
He's pinned to the ground, remember? He tried to get close to the horses. Okay, well,
No,
upon
he
hearing
did.
that,
He did. He said he has his hand over your mouth, pinning you to the
that was
ground.
before he went to the horses. So he went to the horses, and that's null and void.
I would.
So, Dorvalor, you are going to beckon the commander closer.
Mhm.
He's gonna be like, "Seize them." He's not falling for this bullshit. He's a
Crowbar,
trained
can you-
soldier, not a monster.
Can I what now?
Can I go? Can I go? Does anybody want to search my bag?
How much do you idiots want to die?
Dude, stop rolling.
That one. You don't get to do any of that. He's just told them to seize you, and you're all being hauled away.
Awesome.
With the exception of Dorvalor, who is coming along peacefully because you're all there.
I mean,
Can-
I'm not.
Can I try to
I'm not
stealth and run away?
Dorian.
'cause,
Why?
just-
Why would you run away?
Because I don't want to leave
Oh.
my cart in the middle of nowhere.
I would just
That will follow
walk. I would just walk with them. Because what's the point in resisting?
You know that if you do manage to stealth away, they're gonna come looking for you. You already revealed yourself.
True. But I don't want to. Can we pack up the tents?
No?
We can't pack up the
I
tents.
mean, you could ask your cart to follow along later and have the ants do it.
How successful can the ants take down tents and pack everything?
I don't know, roll for handle animal.
Okay.
They'd have the owl to coordinate as well, and your owl's pretty clever, so. Yeah, no, you do not see them trying to manage the ants. You've been hauled off because you're a fucking moron. You can't farm ants. No. She's an ant cooperator.
I don't think this is going too well. I got an 11.
It's enough to get it done. It won't be the best, but no terrible mishaps.
Okay.
Okay, so you're being hauled away by the guards. The ants are going to pack everything up, get it on the cart, and the cart will then follow you.
I mean, being hauled away or just willingly sitting on the back of the thing as we travel back, two different things.
You guys have been difficult so far, and the captain's not taking any chances. You're getting hauled away.
Wait.
There's like 4 guards holding you.
How many guards are there?
Like 30, 40 odd. Like there's a fucking platoon for this investigation, boy.
Well, damn. How
Yeah, there's a
are
lot
they
of people
holding
here.
people? How are they
How are they
holding
holding-
people?
They just like pick you up.
That's gonna take a while to walk back to town.
While
There's enough of
they're
them.
while we're traveling with them, can I try to convince them that we're, you know, not
Evil?
like
Yeah,
bad?
sure. Roll
Yes.
for that.
What would I roll?
You're gonna roll diplomacy to get them to listen to you, first of all.
Okay. Is it
I
what did I
I I,
roll?
lo- I
What's the
lock my
23?
bag. I lock my bag as best I can because if anybody discovers what's in that bag, they die.
Okay, so my idea of how magic bags work is a little bit different to how magic bags mechanically work, right?
Right.
So a magic bag is essentially the pocket dimension that you've opened with your fucking soul, right? So if anybody else were to open the same bag, they would get their own pocket dimension. So only you can open the area with your stuff in it.
I'm both triggered and sort of lucky in that sense.
Yeah.
I'm like triggered because other people should be able to open your bag and see
They
what's
can
in it.
open the bag, but they can't see anything but their own. It's pointless to search a magic bag.
It's
Okay.
magic.
It's magic.
So if I open it, then they can see what's inside of it. That's
Yes.
fine.
His intent to open the bag wouldn't be there and it wouldn't trigger. This is magic we're talking about, not shitty technology.
Now, what if he intends for them to open the bag? Would it still be his stuff inside?
If they're using his hands to open it, but he intends for them to open the bag, then they have opened the bag.
Like, if I was gonna open it, right, and then they look inside of it, then the skeleton grabs them from inside the bag and pulls them in.
Do you really want to trust a skeleton for that?
He's fine.
Maybe if you had a few of them, I mean, it'd be like a really fucking awesome way to get someone.
Assassination. Boom.
You're surrounded,
Yeah, no, there's too many.
outnumbered,
Too many guards. It's fine.
outgunned. I just don't think it's a good idea.
No, it's
so
not a good idea right
What's
now.
the results of my diplomacy check?
The guards around you are indeed willing to listen to you. You can have a reasonable conversation with them. Yeah, you're not being as difficult as the other prisoners and actually seem fairly reasonable.
Can
I
I
mean, hey,
explain
I'm
how
not being
each one of them is slightly off kilter?
Yes, you may use your wisdom as a druid to explain that these people are crazy but harmless.
harmless. Harmless.
Crowbar has 2 arms.
She's fucking sticking her neck out here for you guys. Come on. You have any idea how much trouble she could get in?
I'm
course you
not
don't.
crazy, nor am I harmless.
She's attempting to vouch for you guys using her wisdom as a fucking druid. Because everybody loves druids.
Totally.
No! Druids cooperate with nature.
They are the
We don't-
protectors.
Yes.
She makes good brace.
Welcome to Good Burger.
Oh God.
Okay, somebody's now sawing some wood, apparently. I assume that's the farmer.
Okay, so you're all being dragged back to this really tall, imposing looking fucking mansion. It's taking you about a day to get here. It's not been
Ow.
a comfortable trip.
How,
Ow.
have I convinced them to at least,
Ow.
not treat us like criminals and that we're, willing participants in this and that,
Everyone except the farmer. Because
He's like,
he
what, like-
insists on trying to groom everything or grow it.
Have they put like 4 pairs of handcuffs on?
This is exactly why you're being restrained.
can I try to explain him? Do I have to make
No.
a separate diplomacy check for that, or
No. He's staying in cuffs until he can do something sensible. Context is really important. Well, I mean, that would be true, but
The thing is that no characters have told you about the blood god. You're going off of what the DM said. No, you were there for the monster. We didn't tell you about the blood god. No, we
not in
didn't.
character, though. Ask? Your character's not another blood god. So, okay, your character literally has fucking entered the field from God knows where to fight the giant nail blanket.
Is that the creature's name? Nail blanket?
That's all you guys have. That's the best we got. Nobody bothered to identify it.
I tried, but I failed.
Well, nobody successfully identified it. I rescinded that earlier statement. I do stand corrected.
Murder blanket.
Nail
Murder blanket.
Not murder blanket.
Nail bed?
Nail blanket. Are you a cultist?
This makes him his own cult.
Fuck it, he's on his own.
He's
His
his
own
own
cult.
cult. I'm gonna go with Farm for the Farm Goddess is the rival cult.
Farm for the farm god, yep. There you go.
Oh
Eventually
boy.
he'll say it. Eventually he'll say it so much that the guards will start saying it too.
No. 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 This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna start a cult to compete with Blood for the Blood God. It's gonna end up
No.
a divine fucking battle for a seat of divinity. The fuck is wrong with you guys?
So, can I at least convince them that everybody else except for the farmer is willing participants in this?
You're really gonna vouch for a necromancer?
They haven't done anything wrong that I know of.
Fair
To be
enough.
fair.
Okay. Everyone but the farmer is seems reasonable, including
And that
Grobar.
we're-
I don't know how you did it, but even Grobar is out of restraints.
And can I convince them that we're, not criminals? We're willing to talk to whoever about whatever.
They
willing
most
to-
definitely need information, and your cooperation would be highly appreciated.
And we're willing to cooperate.
Cooperate.
However, I need to be in the same room as Grobar.
You're going to get cuffed around the back of the head and told to be quiet. have so many concerns. Okay, so the intimidating looking ass mansion is getting closer.
Okay.
Everybody but the farmer is on good grounds.
Are we staying somewhere overnight in the town?
No, you're all being dragged towards this shitty ass mansion. There has been a forced march the whole damn time.
I'm gonna ask one of the guards. So who owns this place?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Roll diplomacy.
Hold
I
on.
mean, in what manner are you attempting to do this? Is this like sort of an interesting one? I mean, are you trying to seduce them? What are we doing here?
I'm trying to be like, so who owns this place? As in like starting a small talk conversation. Try and get some like friend on a friendly front.
Are you ready for the mocking to begin?
Of course.
So the guard sort of like looks at you weirdly before putting his face into his hand. He's like, "How can you be here and not know who the Lord is?"
To be fair,
Lord
I don't know. Don't know how I got here.
Lord von Boff owns this mansion. He is the ruler of this province.
Yeah, no, never heard of them.
The other guard beside him goes, "Well, don't tell him that because he's really, really prideful, and everyone knows his name."
Okay.
Do I hear this?
Yes, your elf is here
The birds.
on Boff.
Okay, I have a strange question. Can I tell where we're headed?
You headed towards the giant mansion.
Well, I mean, like, where we are. Do I understand, like, relative to the edge of the city, where we are?
Geographically, yes, you know your position. Go ahead, ask me where your position is. Your knowledge geography check tells you your position is on the ground.
I'm not very familiar with this city. Must be going further from my home.
No, this really large mansion is in a expansive space that's within a city outside of it. The inside of the city is an artificial forest, with this mansion at the center of it, and the surrounding town around it is quite wealthy. As
Like
far as
posh?
medieval towns goes, this thing is like fucking pinnacle on point.
Okay, so I envision something out of the oh god, what's that game? Fairy Bill.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. It's pretty rad. You know, a true fantasy location.
Okie doke.
That's where you're headed. What did you say?
Can I
Do you realize
I
you're
hear
talking to a
this?
troll here?
do I hear him say this?
Yes, you do.
Can I tell him that he can farm silence only if he's silent?
Sure. Roll bluff. I think it's detect motive.
Or wouldn't it be intelligence?
That would be bluff, you said, yes?
Bluff, yes. Don't that one. We need this. I need you to roll a fucking detect motive check. I mean, there's literally a detect motive skill, isn't there?
Sense motive.
Sense motive, that one. Attempting to beat a 23.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, well, apparently he did real well. 15. Okay, yeah. So, farming silence doesn't seem like a bad idea. Just not 100% sure that you